This is your dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. Starting from humble beginnings, Nick has been beating the markets for over 2 decades. He shares with you his take on the profitable trades that will have you moving towards financial freedom in no time at all. To see an in-depth review of his track record and much more, go to inthemoneystocks.com. Welcome. This is your daily dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. I'm Kerry Lutz. Today's 11/22/21, show number 342. Well, the big news out of D.C., out of the White House, Fed Chair Jay Powell has been renominated by President Biden.
That's right. That is the big news this morning. Biden renominating Jay Powell for another term. Many investors thought he was going to nominate Lael Brainard to the position, and she's very, very far left and very much into the climate change and everything else like that. So I think the market's a little bit relieved today. The market's saying, hey, we got Powell. He started the QE project. He'll finish it. And the market seems to be a little bit in Jubilee mode today.
Yeah, but has anything really changed?
Nothing has really changed. I mean, it's just, we are right into the Thanksgiving Day holiday. Volume trends are very, very light. They have been very, very light, and nothing has changed at all. So basically, you're looking at, the market being a little relieved, saying, hey, we got, a less far left person in place. And after all, Powell was put in place by President Trump. So the market seems to be a little bit relieved, but, nothing has really changed.
Yeah, I mean, really, this in the scheme of things makes little or no difference. But we are seeing gold getting hit and silver.
Yeah, we're seeing gold really take a big hit today. Gold is down on the futures about 2%. So that's a pretty big decline overall, trading right now around 1813. But if you remember what we talked about last week and even the week before that, we said that gold futures, when they got to that 1860, 1865, they'd really need to pull back or consolidate. And that's exactly what happened. It just couldn't get above the level. And that's why we use levels. So gold is not really doing anything out of the ordinary. It needed to pull back. And today you're getting a pretty big pullback. Now, it could be more meaningful to the downside should you get continuation selling, but you'd have to probably get below 1770, 1760. If something like that happened, then I would be concerned about gold and say, hey, it's on a fast track move a lot lower. But right now it went up to the resistance point. I didn't think it would get above there right away. I thought you needed to consolidate, and we'll see what kind of pattern is formed over the next week or two.
Yeah, well, I guess the stock market can celebrate over this, although I don't really know, Nick, what they're celebrating over.
Well, I think they're just they're celebrating the fact that they didn't get somebody in there that is going to continue with the tapering. Maybe that's it. Powell is not a huge hawk, but he's a lot hawkish than Lael Brainard, right? So if Lael Brainard gets in there, I mean, print to infinity, I suppose. Then you're getting more political. The Fed is supposed to be, not a political group, but they always tend to be. So, I guess that's it right now. We'll see how long it lasts. I don't think it lasts all that long.
Yeah, I'm kind of inclined to agree with you. And, is this enough to push the stock market even higher is the question.
Well, you got a holiday trading week, right? So the markets will be closed for Thanksgiving on Thursday. They're going to have a half-day session on Friday. We're in a historically bullish part of the year. So, you give the market that slight upside bias right now. We've had a big, big run since early October, and the markets are continuing to melt up. But overall, you wait for a signal to tell you that it's done. Right now, that's how markets work themselves out. They go up euphoric patterns, and right now the euphoria is still there.
All right. Well, I guess we can't be too surprised about that, but euphoria seems to be lacking a bit in the cryptocurrency space.
Yes, the euphoria is lacking in the cryptocurrency space today. And again, in all fairness to Bitcoin, because that's really the one that I track the most, it just went, too high, too far, too fast, and came back in. But it's not broken yet. You would really need to take out that 52,000 level in order for that to be a broken pullback. So right now, I would just look at Bitcoin right now and say, hey, it's backing off, doing some backing and filling. And, if you take out 52,000, especially on a weekly basis, then there's real problems there. But right now, I don't see a real issue. I think it's just more backing and filling right now.
All right. Well, I guess we should be used to this by now. And And the fun, the games will continue until they can't continue any longer, right?
That's kind of the way it is with everything, to be honest, right? It's always about, the pendulum overshoots to one side and then overshoots to the other side. This time around, you got easy money policies out here. That's definitely been a catalyst for Bitcoin and gold and everything else. The surprise factor is that, gold is not at all-time highs. That's really, the big surprise for everybody. But sometimes that's just the way it plays out. And we all know what goes on in the gold market. As for Bitcoin, everybody's, saying it's the new gold. I personally don't believe that. But it is definitely an asset class and, one worth watching.
Yes, agreed there. Well, we'll leave it at that for now. And make sure you go over to inthemoneystocks.com, see how Nick consistently beats the averages for decades, and the Twitter feeds at ITMS, at Nick Santiago01, at Kerry Lutz. Your emails are always welcome. Send them to kl@kerrylutz.com. Nick, we'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Sounds good, Kerry.